Hello and welcome to another episode of Doses of Moses. Oh, so much like the beauty gurus, every other guru, I too have been away because of the drama, the non-drama, the misconformialities, and everything else in between. Because of the fame, the fortune, the misfortune. And I'm just kidding. I'm not that famous. Just kidding again. I'm not famous at all. But I have been away for almost a month now because I was competing in a drag race pageant. Well, not a drag race pageant, not like RuPaul's Drag Race, but I was competing in a pageant, and guess who won? Drumroll, please. If you guessed me, you guessed wrong, because I lost. Yeah, I did lose, but it was a lot of fun, and the girl that did win, Bobby, just kidding, her name is Bobby something, was freaking fantastic, and she definitely deserved to win, so I mean, kudos to her. If you want to see the outfits that I wore for the Queen of Pride pageant, you can go to my Instagram, which is serenity.aciid, that's ACIID, SERENITY.ACIID. I'll have my Instagram link in the bio if you want to go check out the pictures, follow me on Instagram, get to know a little bit more about Serenity.aciid, who's my alter ego. That'll be there for you. So for this video, we are going to be, well, not we, because I'm by myself. But anyways, I'm going to be talking about the restaurants, the ins and outs of them. I'm not going to be name dropping any restaurants or any employees, but I'm just going to let you know like what happens behind the scenes of them, as far as like rumors, things that actually do happen, things that don't happen. So this is all solely based on my opinion, the things that I've experienced, what I've seen. This is in fact driven. So I mean, this may happen at one particular restaurant, but it might not happen at another restaurant. So take it with a grain of salt, take it as you will. Like I said, this is just solely opinion based of what I experienced. So if you've experienced something else, then kudos to you. But I just figured I have like over 10 years worth of experience with restaurants. So I was like, why not make a video about it? I haven't seen one of those. So we're just gonna go ahead and dabble into it. Okay, so a huge misconception, or a belief for that matter, is people believe that if you're mean to the waiter or you're mean to the person that's taking your order or whatever it may be, that they're gonna spit in your food. I don't know where this nasty ass rumor started or what movie it was in or where you saw it, where you heard it, where you thought that you saw it, but literally there is cameras everywhere throughout the restaurant. There's cameras in the kitchen, there's cameras like, well, not in the bathrooms, but there is so many cameras, and not only that, there are so many people that are constantly not following you, but around you, and there's no chance, for one, to spit in your food, and two, to lose your job over a rude guest. Like, and it's like I said, in the 10 years that I've worked in restaurants, fast food, and like whatnot, I've never once witnessed anyone spit in someone's food. That is disgusting, that is vile, and I mean, like I said, it's 9 out of 10 times I'm gonna say it's not gonna happen. There may be that one person, rare occasion that it might happen, but for the majority of it, no bitch, it's not gonna happen. Which, speaking of disgusting things, when you feel the need to go to a restaurant and you're having a good time, and then out of nowhere you decide to dine and dash. So first of all, that doesn't hurt it does hurt the restaurant, but you're mainly hurting the server, and you're an asshole. Because not only are the servers reliable for watching our tables, running the food, getting it out to you, but when you dine and dash, you fudge things up for us. Because if you have too many people that aren't paying their bill, then you get fired from your job. Most restaurants give you about 3 chances per se. Some restaurants might give you more. But for the majority of it, when you come into a restaurant and you think, oh, this is gonna be cool, we're just gonna go in there and eat and then dip, like, you're messing up shit for us, because we get in trouble for that and we get put in less of a better section because they feel that we can't handle a bigger section, that we can't watch our guests, and there's already this preconceived idea that we're supposed to be watching every single person as if they're not gonna pay, and as if they're, I guess, not trustworthy, I would say, because we have to watch our tables, basically guard our tables, all while we're making drinks, running food, watching other people's tables, grabbing things for other people's tables, grabbing things for our own tables. And even with that split second that you think that you just checked on your table and you think that, okay, everything's cool, and you turn around and they're gone, and you're just like frantically panicking and hoping that they pay for the bill, and then you're screwed. Like, there's no getting around it. So when you think that it's fun to dine and ditch, you're actually hurting the server more than you're hurting the restaurant, because there's even restaurants that write you up for that. And if for a server, if they want to avoid the write up, they have to pay for that out of their pocket, which is so fucked up to do. So always at the end of the day, don't be a bitch. Don't dine and ditch. Come on, for reals. Which brings us to a wonderful quote from Miss Alaska Thunderstruck 5000. Tipping is compulsory. If you don't know what compulsory is, I'll spell it out for you. Tip these men. It takes a lot of... I'm just kidding. That's actually a lyric from her song. Hi. But, yeah, for the people that think like, oh, why do I have to tip? They get paid anyways. Da, 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 da. Yeah, we do get paid. I mean... This is a video from when I was working at restaurants. I have upgraded. I am no longer in restaurants. Not to say that they're bad. I mean, I loved working in restaurants. They were a great tool to help me financially. But when you don't... I'm not saying to tip every waiter, because let me just state that fact. Not every waiter deserves to be tipped, because there are some waiters that are freaking horrible. But for the good waiters, when you don't tip and you go to the restaurant and you're just like, oh, well, they get paid hourly anyways. When it comes down to the amount of taxes that we get taxed on our tips and our paycheck, we basically range anywhere from like $2 to $4 an hour. And I know some people are like, well, how can you make that? That's below minimum wage. And well, the fact of the matter is, because we make tips, we get taxed so much more that we see less of a paycheck. So even if we're busting our asses on, some 40 hours a week, our paycheck may only be like $400. And the restaurants sometimes deem like, oh, well, they think that we made $100 a night, when in reality, we may have made $20 a night, and so we end up owing the restaurant. So, I mean, at least 10% if the waiter was, decent. I'm not saying, go ahead and give them 20%, but to leave nothing and say that we paid hourly, girl, like, at the end of the day, it doesn't even come out to that. So when you're not tipping your servers, and especially if they did a good job, you're hurting the server, and it sucks ass, because you're thinking that you're gonna walk away with some coin, and at the end of the night, you're not walking away with some coin, because you have to tip the host, the busser, the bartenders, and when you're thinking that, oh, cool, I made some money tonight, you didn't really make anything. And a lot of people might say, oh, why don't you get another job? The flexibility that you do have with being a server and going to school helps out so much. So that's why a lot of us stay servers, because it does help us get through school. So don't think this is a video about like bashing the people that come into restaurants, because I'm going to be doing both sides of this video. And you may find yourself going to a restaurant and you're wondering, why is my food taking so long? Why am I seeing other tables get their food first? So, fun fact, when you might see other tables getting their food first, it's probably because, one, the server forgot to ring in your food and they ring in the other table's food, or the other table might have ordered like an appetizer, or they might have ordered something that's quicker to get out. Depending on what kind of server you have, well, actually it doesn't even matter, because even me, I would like to say that I was one of the best servers. Yes. I mean, I had my regulars to prove that. But a lot of the time, if your food's taking a long time, it could be because the server forgot to ring in the food, and right now it's being rushed ordered, or another server from like the other side of the restaurant, or from another section, forgot to ring in another table's food, so that's back at the kitchen. And instead of getting like your food out, who ordered on time, they're trying to get someone else's food out, because that person may have ordered the food even waited a longer time to bring it in after you. So usually, I want to say 7 out of 10 times, if your food's taking forever to get to your table, chances are it's because a server forgot to ring in the food, and they're just frantically the kitchen's trying to like play catch up to get the food out. I mean, there is times too where there's not enough cooks on the line, and that's what's taking the food. I mean, the line is where they make the food, and that's another reason for why the food's taking a long time to come out. But usually it's because the server forgot to ring in the food. Which brings us to another wonderful fact. Happy birthdays. Wonderful thing that we got to do. So I'm gonna say this from the majority of the servers. Yeah, sometimes we like saying happy birthday and singing happy birthday, and I might get in trouble for including this in my video, but I mean, if we're being blunt and raw and we're like gonna do the raw bones in this video, I'm gonna say 9 out of 10 servers hate singing happy birthday, not because we don't want to, but because when we have too many happy birthdays, not only do we have to prepare the dessert ourselves and go grab it ourselves and then sing happy birthday, find servers to sing with us, run back to the table, then run everything else that we have to going on. By the time that we get to that dessert, we maybe have 3 other tables that need drinks, need food, need refills, need Tom, Dick, and Harry, you name it. So I'm just gonna put that out there that I'm gonna say about 9 out of 10 servers do not like singing happy birthday. Yeah, I don't know whether I should include it in this video, but you know what, F it, I'm gonna include it and just hopefully it doesn't backlash. Which, speaking of wonderful things, like I said, I only have like a couple more things to dabble about. People, when a server leaves a pen with you, please do not take the pen, because literally servers, we provide our own stuff first of all, which sounds tedious and stupid, but when you think about it, it adds up because we provide our own paper, usually we provide our own books, we provide our own pens. The restaurant does not supply us with any of that bullshit. So when we have our nice pens and we leave them on the table for you to sign your check or to sign like your whatever receipt that you're signing, and you take our pen, you're not taking the company's pen, you were taking our pen that we most likely paid with our own money. So next time that you feel the need to like just be a little klepto and take the pen, I want to go into your purse and take a freaking pen from your purse. So why would you take a pen from a server's book? I mean, I know that might sound a little harsh, but it's like the reality of the matter, because we can show up with like maybe 20 pens, and by the end of your shift, you're maybe down to 3 pens, and you gotta keep restocking those bitches each shift. So leave the pens. Like, you don't need the pen. You may think that you need the pen, but chances are, even ask the server, because, you know, myself, I know when a guest would want one of my pens, I'd be like, all right, here, you can have the pen. But at least give us the decency to ask us, not just we go back and we look and, hey, where's our pen? And realize, damn, they took my pen. And I know you may think, well, it's just a pen, but when you don't have a pen and you're scrambling for a pen, that one pen that you do have, you're like, oh. Okay, so this brings us to another point. Most guests, when they walk into a restaurant, they're like, oh, why are you on a wait? And I see so many open tables. 9 out of 10 times when we're on a wait and there's open tables, it's because, one, we don't have enough servers, so there's no even servers for that section that you want to sit in, that you see open tables. 2, we're not seating the tables because we are so backed up from the kitchen that if we do seat you, you're still going to be waiting regardless, and even more angry that you don't have food in front of you. And 3 is because the section might be closed because we're waiting for the server to get there, which, like I said, we don't have a server for that section. So it's not because we don't want to sit you in that section or we don't want to give you that table or like we want those open tables. It's usually because there's no one to take care of you. So if we were to sit you in that section, it would be another server like from wherever they are running over to take over that section and already taking care of the tables that they have and going bing, ding, 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 running back and forth. And I know a lot of you may think that that's like something easy and we should be capable of doing it, but even being one of the best servers and handling like 7 tables at a time, that is a lot of tables, especially if you even think about it. If your table set 5 people per table, that's 35 people that you're taking care of all at once, going like so majority of the time when you see open tables and there's like no one sitting there and we're on a wait, it's because we literally cannot sit those tables without wanting to chop our heads off. Alright, so I'm gonna end this video on one more point. Self-seaters, yes! You people love just to walk into a restaurant and sit yourself because you think that there's no host up front. Chances are there's a host, or there's someone that's gonna come up to the front and seat you. So when you're seating yourself, chances are we don't even know that you're seating yourself. So when you think that, oh, I see an open table, there might not even be a server where you're sitting yourself. So when you get angry at us that, oh, no one attended to me, I've been sitting here for 20 minutes. First of all, why were you sitting there for 20 minutes? Second of all, we didn't even know you were sitting there, because it may seem like, oh, the restaurant's empty or whatever it may seem like, but chances are we're running around doing side work, getting ready for the next shift, getting ready for the next servers, that we may not even notice that you have been sitting there for the amount of time that you have been sitting there. So please wait, find a host, find a server, find someone, just say, hey, can you sit me, can you not sit me? Like, chances are 10 out of 10 times we will sit you, we will find a place for you within our section, within a place that we know that you are, and we will be taking care of you. Which also brings me to another matter. When people want to move, just be, I mean, yeah, you can move if you want to move. I mean, obviously that's what the guest wants initially. But just know that when you do move, just be cautious that if you move from one section that has like no people around you, chances are it's because you're the first table for that server. And if you wanted to move to another table, which is basically most likely another section, you may be double seating or triple seating a server, and you just may be getting a little bit more slower service, so I'd be easier on the server, because like I said, chances are that server already got sat, and from you moving to wherever you were sitting to that nether section, you might be initially double seating a server, triple seating a server, depending on how many tables they already have, because believe it or not, we go in a rotation depending on what time you got there, what section you're in, and that's how we keep the stability of the restaurant flowing and not overwhelming the servers. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. That's the tea that I have for you on RuPaul's Drag Race. Just kidding. That's the tea that I have for you on restaurants. I know it's been like a minute, so to my subscribers that are still here, thank you, love you. The next video shouldn't take that long. I might be competing in another pageant. It's Ventura County Queen of Pride pageant. I submitted my application, so I'm gonna see to hear back from them. I mean, that'd be cool. Either way, I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. And as always, slay on, do what you want, and thank you for coming back to my channel. If you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Give me a like, obviously give me views, share with your friends, and see you next time. Bye!